Imagine, just for a moment, you're sitting in a chair, body relaxed, breath slowing, and you hear something that's not a voice, but a reminder, a returning. A divine masculine whisper. You were never broken. You were just fucking uncalibrated. Because life didn't teach you the frequencies you were built for. You adapted poorly. You faked, masked, clung, shrank. All to survive a world that couldn't hold your magic. But the system, it wasn't yours. It was bullshit. So now we build a new one. Not with affirmations that you tape to the mirror and forget by Tuesday. No, we build this from the subatomic circuitry of your being. You're not just learning this, you're installing this. Let me say this loud and slow, with the voice of your higher self, who's been waiting behind your shame, like a goddamn lion behind a silk curtain. You are attractive, not because someone else says so, because your frequency demands attention. You radiate beauty, not Instagram filtered bullshit, but raw, primal, alchemical magnetism. You're deserving of touch, deserving of being held, deserving of being devoured, deserving of love that doesn't ask you to shrink, quiet down, or chill out. You're safe to want. You're safe to be wanted. You're safe to receive. Your nervous system, it's not a fucking liability. It's a god-tier tuning fork for truth. Think of your inner world as a lush, untamed garden. Some areas, they were overpruned by other people's fears. Some parts grew wild with neglect, but underneath, roots deeper than history. Now you're stepping back, in with sacred pruning shears, not to tame it, but to collaborate with it. Because some weeds are wildflowers, just waiting for the right perspective. Some chaos is just a call for containment, not suppression. And every corner that you thought was broken was just misunderstood. When you calibrate your nervous system, you're not fixing, you're fucking upgrading. Estrogen amplifies sensory data. Your brain is literally built to feel more, deeper, wider. That's not weakness. It's a strategic biological imperative. You feel the music between the words. You feel the safety in tone of voice. You feel the danger in what wasn't said. That makes you a goddamn oracle, not a mess. When you feel attraction, you're sensing comfort and excitement, a tension, a polarity. A dance of dopamine and oxytocin, laced with estrogenic awareness. That's a chemical love song that your brain is tuned to. And the lyrics are written in breath, touch, unpredictability and presence. Too much comfort, the flame dies. Too much unpredictability, the house burns down. So we're crafting intelligent fire. Sustainable seduction. A calibrated cocktail of chaos and care. But what if I'm too much? Reframe. Too much for who? People who can't hold depth, fuck 'em. Your bigness isn't a problem, it's a filter. What if they don't want me when I'm real? If they don't want the real you, they never had the capacity. That's not rejection, it's a revelation. But I'm afraid of being seen. Future pace. Imagine how your life changes when you realise being seen fully actually heals the fear. The piano. Every note of your nervous system is like a key. Some are loud, some soft, some harmonic. When played by the right hands, you're a fucking symphony. The bridge. You've been both the architect and the one crossing it, learning to build solid foundations with tensions mean. You can finally let others meet you halfway. The voltage dial. Your emotions aren't broken. They're raw electricity. You just need to learn where to plug the fuck in. Now let me ask you something and don't try to answer. Just feel it swirl. If you've never not been attractive, but only ever misinterpreted your feedback loops through an overclocked nervous system, does that mean you were wrong? Or were you always right, just at the wrong resolution? What if your trauma didn't block your attractiveness? What if it trained you in dimensions of sensuality, empathy, and erotic nuance that most people will never touch? And what if the very fear you carry is the doorway to the most potent fucking power you'll ever access? Let me break it to you straight. Like a god smacking your spirit with truth. You think playing small keeps you safe. It doesn't. It makes you invisible to the ones who could actually hold you. Hiding your beauty doesn't protect you from judgment. It attracts the wrong kind of attention. You're not too sensitive. You're fucking tuned. You're not too much. You're a system that demands excellence in connection. Stop apologizing for your design. Start living like your energy is the standard, because it is. As you hear these words now, you may begin to notice your body remembering, not learning, remembering. That you are always this powerful. You are always this attractive. You already do this. You already calibrate. You already command presence. When you own your truth, you already know when to bring safety and when to drop mystery. You already know how to make someone feel seen. Because you know how deep the need to be seen runs inside you. You already love. So now love yourself, like the divine being that you've been waiting for. Right now your cells are recalibrating. Your nervous system is learning to trust its own signal. Your unconscious mind is updating the fucking firmware. Attraction is becoming your baseline. Deserving is your new normal. Connection is your language. As you begin to look at the world through these new eyes that see nuance, depth, connection, you'll start to notice something funny. You'll see others reacting to you differently, drawn to you, trusting you, desiring you. Not because you've changed, because you remembered who the fuck you are.